it's me again. I have not done a recorded video for a very long time, and it seems that I always do voiceovers when I am getting sick. Weird. Help me, I'm dying. But anyway, today I wanted to talk to you about this drawing that you'll be seeing as a speed paint on the screen right now. So, when the new year hit, I didn't really have any resolutions, and I thought, damn, I should probably think of a New Year's resolution, right? I should do something this year to push myself further, to better myself as a person, as an artist, as a content creator. I need to do something. And what I thought was, I haven't done any big, proper illustrations with backgrounds and lighting and shading and that kind of stuff in a very long time. I have drawn full bodies with shading, but then there's no background, no lighting. It's just a character that's shaded on a plain background, and I guess it looks cool and you can use it for banners and profile pictures, but it's not an illustration. And I just wanted to make something that could be a poster or something like that, or a phone wallpaper, or So I thought, you know what? For the new year, let's challenge myself and I will draw one full proper illustration a month. So I did, and this was the one I came up with for January. I don't really know why I decided to draw my character as a bunny girl. I just thought bunnies are kind of cute, and for some reason there's been a sub-trend going on in Twitter. I've been seeing a lot of bunny girl drawings recently. I don't know if that's a coincidence or not, because I was gonna draw mine before I saw all of the other drawings, and I'm just thinking, did we all just think of drawing the same thing at the same time? How does that even happen? I guess artists think alike, or maybe we just keep inspiring each other indirectly? I don't know, but kinda cool though. So, as you can tell, this isn't my usual OC. I have two different characters. I have Clouvy1, which is usually my YouTube persona mascot, but for Twitch, I use Clouvy2, which is my Twitch mascot that was inspired by VRChat. And I drew the VRChat one because I just felt really close to her. She is the one that I use in VRChat as my model, so I kind of feel more attached to her than the usual V1 Cloud that you've been seeing for the last year. But she's still the same character. The only characteristics from V2 are the wings, the horns, and the garter. But and the hair is kind of different at the front. She doesn't have the side hairs. I don't know what they're called. The front hairs that go around her shoulders and at the front. I make no sense sometimes. Also, forgive me for rambling. This is a totally unscripted video. I am just recording for the sake of recording, so you have something interesting to listen to while you watch this 10-minute speed paint. Yes, it's 10 minutes. And you know why? Because this painting, this drawing, it took me 11 hours. 11! That's a long ass time. But to be honest, compared to a lot of other artists, 11 hours isn't even that much. Considering the result that I got, I would think is quite high quality. I put a lot of detail and my best efforts into this, and it only took 11 hours. So I guess that's kinda good. At least it didn't take 20. Ugh. I would have died. I remember back in the days when I used to be in the MLP fandom, and my art pieces would always take me 2 hours from sketch to finish. 2 hours and that's it. And sometimes I would even draw backgrounds. So all of that mashed into 2 hours? What the heck? How did I do that? I used to pride myself on the fact that, oh, this only took me 2 hours and look at how good it is. But actually, looking back at it, it's not even that good. It's quite horrible, actually. So for this painting in January, I wanted to try a lot of new things because I've done a lot of illustrations last year, but I was never really happy with the way I shaded hair. Like, the hair, it looked fine, but I just personally wasn't happy with it and I didn't like how it looked. So this time I decided to try something new and just try a completely new shading hairstyle. I looked at a bunch of tutorials from a bunch of artists. I even made a completely new brush. So in CSP, I use a watercolor brush, opaque watercolor I think it's called, and I took that brush and I duplicated it and I edited it like a lot. I made it taper at the ends so I get that like triangular look instead of like rectangles, so it looks like hair strands. I also messed around with the density and all that kind of jazz, and I made it look the way it looks now, and I'm really comfortable with using it. I actually love the way I shaded this hair. Well, I don't like how I drew the hair because after I lined it, I was like, oh shit, that's a lot of hair. Maybe I shouldn't draw the hair so thick. But that's something I'll improve on my next illustration for February, right? I mean, this is all for practice and improvement. So, as well as trying new hair shading, I also tried a new eye shading and skin shading and clothes. I know she's not really wearing clothes, she's wearing like skin tight suit, but still, I did my best in shading that and I really like it. I really think it came out well. I'm quite surprised at that. So, yeah, that's one thing. But next time I want to try like baggy clothing maybe, or at some point. Because shading like hoodies and that kind of jazz is like hard. I never understood how to do that, so that'll be another thing I'll have to learn. I'm really happy with the hair and the eyes and the skin. I already knew how to shade skin, but I didn't like it. I wanted it to be better, and I think that this time I achieved the effect I wanted, so I'm really happy with that. And in the end, of course, the lighting with the background, I made it a night scene with the sky and like a shooting star inspired by your name, because I was streaming this on Twitch and someone in the chat said, wow, this reminds me of your name. So I was like, oh hell yeah, and I put a shooting star there as a little bit of an Easter egg, but also as a light source. So when I did the lighting on the character after the shading, I put a dark blue over the whole thing, and then I erased it where there was light bouncing off. So at the top of her head by the shooting star and like at the edges of the hair. But I had so much fun drawing this. I can't explain how much fun it was to learn new things. I usually absolutely hate learning new things because I'm really stuck in my ways and I like to do things the way that I've always done them, and but it's really important to keep learning and keep improving. You don't want to be stuck in the same place for many years, right? You want to have one of those stories where you look at your old art and your new art and you're like, damn, that's an improvement. But yeah, that's most of the things I wanted to say about this drawing. Thank you so much for watching my video, and as I mentioned earlier, this was streamed on my Twitch, so if you want to follow that, I stream a lot and as much as I can, so you can have a conversation with me there as I read my chat a lot. But yeah, follow that, and also I post updates of when I'm live, and I post my artworks on my Twitter, my Instagram, and also the full version and the high quality version without watermarks, etc. is available on Patreon. So if you wanna see this art or have it as a wallpaper in high quality with no watermarks, or like with a different background, or without the shading, the lighting, like the darkened shading, I don't know, just Patreon, that's that. Yeah, bye bye.